Political Survivor, ranked choice tabulations get underway. Portland, Maine, AP. Nearly a week after Maine's primary elections, the state's ranked choice voting experiment is getting real as it becomes a game of mathematical survival. Ballots from nearly 500 municipalities across the state have been shipped to the state capitol and scanned into computers in 2 Democratic primary races. Now it's showtime. Under ranked choice voting, a candidate with a majority wins. If there's no majority, then there are additional voting rounds in which the last place finishers are eliminated, and those vote as second place selections are reallocated. The process repeats until there's a majority winner. Tabulations begin this week, possibly as early as Monday, in the biggest test yet for a voting system sometimes called instant runoff elections. But there's nothing instant about Maine's process. It took 8 days for someone to concede in San Francisco's mayoral race using ranked choice voting. It could take even longer before everything is said and done in Maine. It's fascinating politics, in slow motion, said Corey Cook, dean of the School of Public Service at Boise State University, who has studied 100 elections that use the system. The system will be used in a gubernatorial race featuring 7 Democratic candidates, none of whom received a majority vote. Attorney General Janet Mills was the leader in first-round votes, but that doesn't mean she's the winner. In the vast 2nd Congressional District, which covers most of Maine, it's possible Democrat Jared Golden could eke out a majority once the first-round votes are tallied. If not, then ranked choice voting will be used in that race, too. What happens next is anybody's guess. In the governor's race, Mills led with 33% in unofficial first-round tallies by the Associated Press, followed by Adam Coate with 28%, Betsy Sweet with 16%, and Mark Eves with 14%. In the 2nd District, Golden had 49% and Lucas St. Clair had 41%. In ranked choice voting, the winning candidate isn't always the one with the most first-place votes. Candidates who have led by as many as 12 percentage points after the first round of tallies have ultimately lost to competitors who had more second and third place votes, Cook said. Proponents say the voting system eliminates spoiler candidates, moderates harsh rhetoric, and ensures a consensus winner. Critics say it's complicated, unfair, and potentially unconstitutional. Ranked choice voting supporters didn't seem to be too worried about the long wait for results. "We want a quality system. If it takes a little longer, it's worth it," said Democratic voter Brad Messier, of Brunswick. "Our political system has gotten to the point where any change will generate resistance. But things can't stay the same forever." Secretary of State Matthew Dunlap compared the process to cascading dominoes. "It takes a long time to set up the dominoes," he said, "but only seconds for them to fall. In this case, a laptop computer will produce results in seconds." Democrats appeared to be united in their commitment to the process. The 7 candidates all signed onto a statement of support of ranked choice voting. Republicans were largely opposed to the voting system, but it didn't come into play in the GOP gubernatorial primary. That's because Republican Sean Moody had a decisive win, claiming 54% of the vote in a 4-way race. In addition to using ranked choice voting for the first time in state primaries, Maine residents also voted to keep the system by nullifying a legislative delay. That means ranked choice voting will be used for federal elections in November in Maine. Associated Press writer Patrick Whittle contributed to this report. This story has been corrected to show that ballots from nearly 500 municipalities are being scanned, not more than 500. Copyright 2018 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, written or redistributed.